I sort of semi-retired for the last 6 years. The last presentation I did was 2018. So my goal is to get you guys to be more effective and more profitable and maybe more focused on what you're doing with your retail merchandising. We want to sell more merchandise. The more merchandise we sell, the more money we make. And to do that, we need to inspire customers. When people come into stores, they are inspired by the things that they see. That's what we want to have, is wonder and discovery. So the 4 elements of retail basically are your salesmanship, your merchandising, which includes your visual merchandising, products, and promotion. You have to apply those equally. So visual merchandising is really, about that unique experience. Every store should be unique, and we want to optimize everything that you have. Rotation is probably the number one thing that we want to work on in the dealerships. And rotation is on a cycle. It's a 30, 60, 90 cycle. What are we going to do in 30 days? What are we going to do in 60 days? What are we going to do in 90 days? All right, so here's the first action item. All the managers, because you're all responsible for your departments and your store's profit, you need to walk the store together. And that's from the parking lot all the way back to service or the wash bays. What does the store look like from the minute you drive in and you park? Clean everything, front to back. To walk through your store having the customer's experience and look around and see how they feel, how it smells, how it sounds. Just watch people. If you just simply watch people, you can tell people if they're engaging with your product displays. If they're not engaging, if they're walking straight in and going right to a person or to the parts counter, they didn't stop and look at anything, we did something wrong. We did not grab their attention. We just have a storeroom that's out front, and we have to be very deliberate. So, okay, now what's wrong with this wall? Why would I pick on something like this, right? It's got the nice displays, it has the graphics, it has motorcycles, it's a nice dealership. Why am I picking on this? Many of you have contracts with your OEs, and if it's Triumph, BMW, Ducati, Harley-Davidson, Polaris, especially BRP, you are supposed to have compliant OE displays. Well, they're compliant in the fact that you have them, but they're not compliant in the fact that they're making you any money in return. And this is the kind of stuff that we can totally make different. So, next. Again, one more picture of a parts area where things get completely random, completely cluttered, and people get busy and they just don't take the time to spend with those walls. And I'm telling you, it's killing you. There's so many incremental sales. You could be losing $500 a day on just something as silly as this. Maybe even 1,000, maybe 2,000. I mean, whatever it is, it's too much. One of the things I would ask you to do is to avoid negative spaces. So we don't want rando stuff on the wall, guys. We want very deliberate stuff. And service departments are great for not only lubricants, but performance products, exhaust systems, power commanders, whatever it is, wheels and tires, something large scale, something that service would install, something that service would want to talk about. So do not waste this space. Don't be afraid to use something bold. But if you can't do something bold, do the next best thing. Make it really appealing with whatever scope and scale you have. So here's the homework for you guys to do. And some of you have done this before, but this is a reminder. Always run your reports. If you haven't sold it in 12 months, and you could probably run that report by brand or category, whatever you do, you need to run those reports. You need to identify the stinkers in your inventory. So I want to recap. The retail environment absolutely 100% matters. You are influencing your customers. They will do things that you need them to do. Be willing to try new things you've never done before. So what if it doesn't work? Try it again. Fix all the showroom problems that you can. The lighting, the fixtures, broken tiles. The most important thing I could ask you to do is get rid of all the clutter. If it doesn't look good, I promise you it's not going to sell at any time or any price. And then develop an annual plan of switching the store in a big way, maybe every year, somehow. People get complacent, your customers get complacent, your employees get complacent, and that can really affect how people interact with your store. Complacency is what kills the greatest. Thank you.